Home equity is dropping for some homeowners. I knew it was just a matter of time before the overheated real estate market took a break, and that appears to be happening in certain areas around the country. Now, overall, I'm not too worried for most of the homeowners who still have trillions and trillions of dollars in equity across the country. However, there are some who paid too high of a price for a home they bought, and they are now, unfortunately, underwater. Some areas in Texas and Florida seem to be in the worst shape, as it's estimated 4 to 7% of homes have negative equity. No need to panic at this point in time, because as long as we have a strong job market and people can afford to pay their mortgage, well, they will continue to do so because it simply makes sense to do that. If we were to see a weak job market, however, which we do not see in the near future, that could become problematic because people would start falling behind on their mortgage payments, and perhaps, just maybe, they would go into foreclosure or try to sell their home for a very low price, which would bring down the overall prices on the real estate market. Also, we have to remember that banks and mortgage companies have had very stringent lending standards, unlike what we saw in the years prior to 2008. One downside for some homeowners is if rates were to fall, they may not be able to refinance their home to take advantage of that lower interest rate because of that negative equity. So at this point in time, I see no need to hit the panic button, but it is important to be aware of the overall real estate market and to remember that's important to be patient during the home buying process to make sure you're making a good, informed decision. I'm Brent Wilsey with Wilsey Asset Management. Now, if you like these videos, be sure to give it a like or a comment. And please feel free to check out our other YouTube videos and weekly newsletter, which gives you the latest economic news, expert analysis, and market insights.